Hey, what's up, guys? It's the same OG, and I am, walking outside tonight. I tried to find a quiet spot away from trouble because my city where I live, Trois-Rivières is like a middle-sized city between Quebec and Montreal. Countryside a little bit, but not so much. And it's been heavy, man. A couple murders, people, going missing, and like the last couple days has been really crazy. There's two dudes running around, like police trying to catch them, just commit murder and shit. So it's like I'm trying my best to. I felt like I wanted to go outside and walk a little bit. Because the weather has been crazy in these parts, and a lot of rain and a lot of wind and a lot of variation in heat and cold and humidity and stuff like that. So I mean, the season as they turn, they do it quite heavy this year, sounds like. So now that it's a little quiet, it's not raining so much, and it's warmer, and the sky is clear. I felt like going outside and walking, just shoot a video, an RPG video, maybe another one, maybe 2 or 3, I don't know. But I felt like this video it's gonna be a rant. It's a rant. So rant alert if you don't feel like listening to some heavy criticism. I mean, I don't do, I don't usually do those rant video, but for some reason, like I said in my French videos, and I mentioned it here as well, that one of my objective with RPG and gaming this year was to game more and also read more RPG. I hope you hear me well. So also reading more RPG, and meaning that I want to buy more RPG, try more games, learn, and eventually, keep on working on the game I've been, trying to, that I have on the back burner for so many years. And I just want to, learn more about the hobby. So just buy more books, back some Kickstarter projects, and get involved, and learn. And so I've been doing it, and I've been doing it so good that I've backed so many Kickstarter projects. I reached a level where, and I'm sure I'm not alone, it's when you've backed so many of them that you keep on receiving stuff that you forgot about. So I've reached that level. So yeah, so I received, pretty much all of the games that I backed on Kickstarter. Not all of them, there's some are still coming, but a lot of them. And so when you receive new games, what do? Well, you open the book and you start reading. And so this is where the rant starts. Like, I've been disappointed. I am disappointed with the product I've received. So, like, I'm gonna do proper reviews in time, obviously, but there is a lot of issues, a lot of stuff and it's not about Kickstarter like as a process, or Kickstarter as a company, or it's I mean, it's kind of, I was talking about this with RuneSlinger yesterday, so that's kind of like why I'm coming back at you today, 24 hours later almost. Look, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna name the games. I'm gonna put some name on the table. I don't care. You produced shit. All right, so I've backed. I'm gonna focus on my. I think I have like 3 main stuff that happened that I'm really not happy about. So the first one is I wanted to play for Halloween. So I received Outbreak Undead 2nd edition, which is a zombie game, simulationist style, really granular and all that. So I was looking for a game like that, a game that was granular, lots of rules for everything, and many system mechanism and subsystems and stuff like that. It looked super interesting, and so there was already the 1st edition. This one was like the updated one, and so they went on Kickstarter. I backed it. I received the core book, and these guys, they I don't want to make assumption. I have no idea what happened, but they managed to produce a book that is everything but something you can read. I'm gonna do a review of that book tonight. So I took the book, I opened it and I tried to read and learn the core mechanics, and to teach it for Halloween. And they wanted the book to be so beautiful and so nice and so evocative of finding a book, in the ruins of civilization, right? So you find like an agenda on the ground, and a whole pile of paper, with some post-it and some pictures and some stuff that have been erased like that, and stickers on top of it, and the sheet is torn apart and shit like that. And so what they did is that I can't believe they came up. I don't know if they hired graphic designers to organize their layout in the fucking book or not, so I don't know if they are hired professional or they did it themselves. It looks like they did it themselves. I'm gonna take a look later on, but it's like they wanted it to be so good looking that it's not readable. The text goes in all directions. You have some text that is oblique like that, some stuff like that. The typo changes, so sometimes it's written in a certain way and sometimes another way, so everything but times. The most complicated, intricate, looks like it's handwriting kind of shit. You want to learn rules. You want the book to be pedagogical, like easy to learn. Like something that is fun to read, easy, quick access for when you're in play and everything. Now, what you have is a code of color with fucking symbols mixed within a text that is unreadable because of the choice of colors of the different font between all the layouts of the fluff of just, there's a post-it in the middle of this page, there is a fucking Polaroid picture here, and there's another thing, and it's all messed up. So you open the book at any page and you just can't read. And the book is quite hefty, and there's a shit ton of rules in this game. So I am so disappointed because it's an expensive game. It's a game that I made research before choosing to buy, and I have waited for the Kickstarter, and now I receive a book that I can't read. I've tried. I looked, everywhere, was just to make sure it was not just the beginning of the book. It was like that. No, it's like that everywhere. Oh man, I'm gonna make a video about it. Anyway, so that's the first thing. So the quality of the product is amazing. It's a great book. It's a great hardcover book. It looks good. It's solid and everything. the game in itself, I'm sure it's a good game. I just can't read it. Just send me the Word document. I think I'm gonna send an email to the guys at the, I can't read in the book. Just send me the Word document so I can understand your game. Fuck that shit, man. Anyway, so that's the thing. Another thing is I was backing 7C second edition back then, a couple of years ago, and so in my pledge, I went far enough to get the GM screen because I love GM screen. And the thing is that the GM screen was not produced at the same time as the core book. You know, it was not, you know, they produced a ton of shits way before that. So what happened is that since it was an overwhelming big, like it was super big project in 7C second edition, that the whole communication was great, but it was a lot. So what happens is that you receive a lot of email and a lot of notification about 7C second edition in your mailbox throughout the whole year. And so some days you go fast, you don't check, you don't have the time, and some days you go faster and you don't check. And so what happened is that you receive a shit ton of PDF that you know they are there, so you can just download, right? So you don't care. But in the middle of all these things, at one point, there was a Game Master screen, right? So I didn't receive it. I'm like, hey, where's my Game Master screen? So, and they say, well, you need to claim it. Oh, I said, okay, no problem. So I'm gonna go claim it. So I'm going to find where it is, and I find it in my mailbox. Obviously, it passed through me. So you know, in the everyday life, you know, I couldn't see it. And then there's a tracking number thing. There's a number to claim. So I take my number. I go in the interface where I need to put the number in to, you know, for them to send me my GM screen, and they say the number is not valid anymore. The number is expired. So meaning that my pledge, since I wait maybe 6 months too long, like I was 6 months late or something like that, I couldn't get my GM screen. I needed to pay my GM screen on top of the pledge. Otherwise, I couldn't do it. So I just don't understand that. You know, maybe I should have dug more. Maybe I should have like sent email and make sure that you know, everything was there, or something was missing, or I don't know. Maybe I got lazy and I just said, okay, I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it because I want it. But they say my number is expired. It's just annoying. It's a number, you know. It's universal mathematics. It stays the same all the time. Why the fuck this number should ever be expired? Doesn't make sense. I don't understand that shit. So that was frustrating. I mean, that was frustrating. Just like that, just one thing like that. And another one, the last one for tonight. I swear, it's the last one. I'm gonna make there's gonna be some more rant coming up, but this is just about, you know, my relationship I've come to have with backing stuff that you're not sure what you're gonna get, right? So I have another game called Operators. I backed that because RuneSlinger told me to back it, and when RuneSlinger says something, it's the truth. So I backed it, and it's a game that I wanted as it's the same. It's, you know, Sanjoku Publishing. They make great product. They produce the Veil, and it's you know, the Fraser brothers who are You know, they have good idea for design, they are good designers. And so, but they are poor writers. They don't write well, and they don't approach RPG. I mean, like, for me, the way I see RPG, my understanding of the importance of experience for such a hobby. I mean, I'm always amazed about these amazing designers, how bad GM they are, or how bad they are for writing examples of play, or how bad writers they are to express their ideas, because the ideas in themselves are amazing sometimes, you know, like John Wick or these Fraser guys, like the Veil. But when you're looking for an information in a goddamn book, can't find it. It's read between the lines. You need to kind of like synthesize it to kind of like get it. So now Operator come in. You know, the Veil, we discussed already about that. And so I got Operator recently, and then so yesterday Slinger told me, oh, the book is amazing, the cards are great, because there's cards coming with it. It's a card-based system utilizing fate dice. Quite interesting. You know, it's supposed to do something quite unique in the experience of play. You know, that's why I was intrigued. And so he said to me, but when you start reading the rules, you know, everything just break loose. I'm like, what? So he said, go read the rules. So I went and I opened the book and I tried to read the rule. I don't see the rules in the book. I don't find them. I go in the table of content. It says core mechanic, page 10. I go on page 10, I start reading. It doesn't say much about how you're supposed to play the game. And you know what struck me about that? This is going to be a long video. But what struck me about that is that this morning, because I bought Star Wars West End Games D6 edition, D6 system 30th anniversary edition. You know, they produced last year. So this morning I picked Star Wars West End Games D6 system, because I'm supposed to maybe play with a friend. I picked the game, I open it, first page, boom, the whole core mechanic is right there. First page. They tell me everything about all the structure of design, how the stats work, how the attribute work, how the skills work, how it's connected to character creation, and then how the resolution system applied to that. First 10 pages, it's over, done. It's right there, black on white, super clear. Why are you trying to do graphic design and layout? If you're not a graphic designer in your book, and you don't understand shit about typography, or if you don't understand shit about like, you know, proportion, you know, and chromatoscopy with colors, and how you know, the choice of paper, the way you reflect the light, and all this kind of shit. If you don't understand the whole idea of an experience coming from a product in design perspective, and I'm talking about graphic design and layout in a book, if you don't understand that, I mean, hire someone who will do it good for you. I don't know if you guys did, but I mean, fuck, it's like I open Operators and I'm trying to find the rules, and it's like the text is let's say, for example, the text is, you don't get a good visual, I will show in a video, but it's like the text is about 40% of the page, maybe less, 35% of the page. The rest of the page is blank, empty space, and a big chunk of pictures on the top of the pages. And these pictures, and at the end, and at the bottom of the pages, there is like some kind of a band, you know, with some lines, like just to represent sophisticated like technology of war or something. And it's right there, like through the whole book, and it changed colors. So when you're trying to see the page number, sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's black. I mean, it's the worst. It's the worst. You're trying to flipping page and you're, oh shit, I'm already there. I missed it because it was yellow. Of course you missed it. It was black the second before when you were flipping the page. Oh my God. And then so coming back to the page, the text is like 35% or 40%. And on top of the page, you have like this big band of pictures. These pictures are pictures of real people. They bought pictures from banks, like banks of pictures online that they find cool. And they put it there to make it look contemporary somehow, instead of an artist who would do his own art. This is bad in RPG because in RPG books, because what it does is that it creates some kind of a similitude, because it's real faces, it's real humans, and real places in the world with cars and intersections. You're trying to figure out, oh, what city is that, or something like that, and it takes your attention away from the text. Whereas you need to get your attention there because there's rules to be learned. Oh my God, man. Anyway, so that's it for the rant. I mean, it's like I'm gonna come back, about that. I think I'm warmed up tonight. I think I'm gonna shoot some videos about that. And I mean, it's just disappointing that Kickstarter goes so well, and you have the chance to actually produce your game, achieve your project. And some people, I think because it's their project, and it's completely understandable. I mean, we're all humans, but it's like your baby. You have your baby, and you know that they're gonna be print, and so they're gonna stay in shelves, and they're gonna stay like artifact in the world. So you want to leave a mark, so you want to have like an impact or something. So, guys, maybe your tastes are bad. Maybe you need to understand, like, there is some methodology, some technique somehow behind the idea of design. Right? I'm not talking about game design, I'm talking about graphic and layout, because it's really important. Because if the message don't go through, we're not gonna play the goddamn game. So you see, my zombie game, it's Halloween, I will not use Outbreak Undead because I mean, it's unbearable. It's unbearable trying to read that. Anyway. Thank you for watching, and if you guys understand what I'm saying, if you guys like back project on Kickstarter that were successful, that were great ideas, but that the product at the end didn't deliver, making the whole project useless. Anyway, talk to you soon.